Hey everybody, this is Bob Vila from This Old House. All right, I'm not Bob. Bob has more hair, and this is not an old house, but this is a beautiful old building that has been renovated, and we're here today to talk about 4 other businesses that have done a great job here in Troy, Pennsylvania. We're going to actually visit 3 of them to show you what Troy has to offer. Come on guys, let's go look at those awesome shops. So folks, we're here at our first stop today, the Good Grief Refillery. Come on in. Hi Miranda, how are you today?
Charlie, good, how are you?
Good. So you've got a beautiful shop here. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, so we offer everything that is non-toxic, non-chemicals, from your personal care, your body washes, tinctures, health and wellness, cleaners, and we also have a refill option where you can bring your own container and fill it and pay by the weight.
Oh, that's awesome. There's a lot of benefits for shopping here. One is the environment. When you buy something at a big box store, you're paying a lot for water and the packaging and the marketing, whereas you have cut all that out and go right direct to a container that they can bring in. It helps the environment, helps with their costs, and they have a great product that works well. I can attest to that because we use this over at Building 9 Grille. We absolutely love it.
Oh, I'd love to hear that. Thank you.
Yeah. You have a beautiful store.
Thank you.
It used to be a pizza shop.
It did, yeah.
And you and your husband Tyler renovated it.
We did.
How did you like that process?
It was a lot of fun. We decided about 3 weeks before moving here that we wanted to rip everything out and redo it. And so we took the 3 weeks to do all the work from ceiling to floor.
You guys did a bang-up job.
Thank you.
Yep. Folks, that is just such a neat shop, a great shop, and it's something that you really have to stop in and see. Stop in and talk to Miranda. Hey folks, our next stop's going to be the Bling Bandit, another amazing shop located right here in Troy, PA. Hi Marissa, I'm here to talk to you about the Bling Bandit. What an amazing shop that you have. Can you tell me a little bit about it?
Yeah, sure. I started with making faux leather earrings, and here we are a couple years later with a full Western shop.
All right. Now, I understand, I've known you for quite a while, and I know that you're heavily involved with the rodeo, and you ran a circuit for a period of time. Is that part of what drew you to this?
Yes, so I am a former rodeo queen and I am a rodeo contestant, so I've always been around the Western industry, and I just have a love for the style and the vibe that comes with it, so I wanted to bring that to my hometown.
It's a great style.
Yeah, thank you.
You have, I see these hats here, you actually do parties with these, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
So I custom design the hats. People can come in for birthday parties, bachelorette parties, and they get to pick out the color and all the customizations, and then I sit and help them build that hat, burning it, doing whatever they would like, branding it. It's a lot of fun.
And a lot of people come here for the unique style that you have. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So there's no boot barn around, there's no Western industry here, so I figured I would bring that bold vibe, bold styles, and bold print to the area.
And one of the things that I found is that we have a lot of cowboys and cowgirls in the area, so this is a great addition to Troy, PA.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'll tell you, we're excited to have you in Troy, PA.
Oh, thank you.
The building is beautiful. I believe Courtney and Dylan did a lot of the remodeling here.
They sure did.
What a great job they've done. I love the look and the feel. It looks like something at a large metropolitan city.
Yeah, I love it in here. It definitely fits my vibe.
Great job. What a great shop. You have to stop in and see Marissa at the Bling Bandit. Hey everyone, this is our next stop, Adore Fashion Boutique. Hey Courtney, how are you today?
Hey, pretty good. How are you?
Good, thank you. What a beautiful job you've done. What a beautiful store. Can you share with us what brought you to this?
Growing up, I had a huge love for fashion that kind of just came to be, and then it came to the storefront, and now I love for people to come in and I help, you know, dress them, and they just love seeing the fashion here, just seeing how it's different, not something you'd find everywhere else.
Definitely not something you'd find everywhere else. What would you say that draws them here? Would that be the fashion?
Yeah, I would say seeing it on other people, seeing it online, and then they're like, oh, I need that, and then usually they jump right in.
That's great. You have a beautiful location. I understand that you and Dylan did a lot of the work. You did the work upstairs, you've done the work down here. How did that process go for you?
Yeah, it was a long process, but we took like 6 months. We redid the upstairs, and then we were there for a couple years, and then we redid this. And so now I'm happy to be here, right on the road, right here close, and then my salon will go right in the back. So I'm excited to have everything all in one.
That's great. Well, you've done a wonderful job here, and you are a great addition to Troy, PA.
Thank you.
So Courtney, can you show us some of your more popular items?
Sure. Right over here, we sell a lot of the plaid shackets is the new term for them. And then over here, we have the jeans, Judy Blues, cans. They're very popular for their style and their amazing stretch.
What another great shop, folks. You have to stop in and see Courtney at Adore Fashion Boutique located in Troy, Pennsylvania. And don't forget, folks, any trip to Troy for shopping should start or finish with a stop at Stir.
Stop in at Stir for some of the best sips, salads, sandwiches, and more. Wake up with freshly brewed lattes. Savor a delicious buffalo chicken panini. Grab an ice cream after the big game. Or enjoy their signature Stir acai bowl. This trendy cafe brings the big city feel to beautiful Troy, Pennsylvania. Bring your family and friends and make some memories with us at Stir Cafe, Coffee, and Bakery.
Hey folks, here I am again at building number 9 Grille located in Troy, PA. I'm here to talk to you about our beautiful town, Troy. We did a first series on some new businesses. Now we're going to do our second series on our anchor stores, what I call our anchor stores. They've been in business for a long period of time. We're going to go visit them and show you what they have to offer and what Troy has to offer. I want to answer one question that a lot of people ask of us here. How did we come up with the name? Well, my son and I decided to do this business and we had to come up with a name, and we didn't really want to use our names, Charlie, Cody, Charlie and Cody. So at the time we were shooting billiards and we enjoyed that, so we thought, hey, let's call it Shooters. So we did a quick Google, 15,000 different shooters, so we said, well, that's not going to work. My son Cody says, hey, the patrons of the Tamarack had a sense of humor and they would call it building number 8. I said, where did they get that from? He said, well, Rick Hoover has buildings 1 through 7, so they called it building number 8. Then they wouldn't get in trouble with their wives when they're going down to building number 8. So I said, okay, well, let's leave 8 and we'll go to building number 9. Let's Google that. We Googled that, and there was only one other location, building number 9, and that was up in the New Hampshire states. We thought we were good to go with that. So that's how we came up with our name, building number 9 Grille. So now let's go take a look at some of our anchor stores. Hey, Kurt, Jen, how are you today?
Good, Charlie. How you doing?
Doing great. What a beautiful store you have here, and
you.
what a service that you provide for the community. We're just so thankful to have you here. You guys have been here since 1972 in Troy doing the shoe stores. You were downtown when your father started. Then you moved in '86 up to this location.
Yes.
You purchased a house, and I think you've doubled in size.
At
Yes.
least,
Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you just do a great job. Are you able to show us around a little bit?
Oh, absolutely.
We would love to.
Good. This mural, I believe, was located at the First Bank of Troy. Is that
is
correct?
Right.
I remember coming here much younger, and Jack, he was able to do some insoles for me and took some pain away from me. You guys still carry that tradition?
Oh, yeah.
We
Yeah.
sure do. Yeah.
We specialize in custom fitting. Every person gets measured and listened to, and we adjust and do whatever we need to make sure they go out happy. We are a family shoe store. Women's comfort, We do men's work shoes. We have a room just dedicated to steel toe work shoes, winter boots, kids shoes. We do a bunch of winter boots for kids, hiking boots, you name it, we've probably got it. We do have full service repair. We do a lot of other stuff too, purses and wallet. Kids like stocking stuffers, belts. We do a lot of belts, suspenders. Comfort and function is what we're here for, and we've got something for every member of the family.
And now, everybody, I want to introduce you to my hero, Jack Kuiper. Hi, Jack. How are you doing today?
I'm doing dandy.
You're looking great, buddy. Thank you for everything you've done.
Well, thank these guys.
Yeah, they do it. As a mentor, you did a great job teaching because they are acing it as well.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Good.
doing a great job.
Good, Charlie.
Hey folks, we're here today at Endless Mountains Brace and Mobility. We're going to talk to Stacy. Stacy, how are you doing today?
Good, how are you, Charlie?
Great. You've got an amazing business.
Thank you.
It's an asset to Troy. I know a little bit about the history of the building. I know that it was originally built for an Indian motorcycle sales, and then your wife and you decided to start a business in the mid-2000s, I think?
That is correct.
Yeah, so why don't you tell us a little bit about what Endless Mountains Brace and Mobility has to offer?
Well, we have a lot to offer. We deal with, our customers are all ages, from little kids to the elderly. We provide hospital beds, oxygen, ventilators, all kinds of respiratory needs. We have power mobility, we have bracing, about anything you might need. The doctor will send you here to get it.
Yeah, you cover quite an area. You cover from upstate New York to southern central PA.
Yes.
That's quite an operation.
Yes.
That's an amazing job that you do.
We have several vans on the road every day, and we usually take the product right to the home.
And that's great because you're providing jobs to the local community.
That is correct,
and
yes.
I know that you guys also contribute back to the community in many different ways.
Right.
You've got an amazing staff here, and the reason I know that is I brought my mom in here for when she had a need, and your staff did a great job. I know that one young lady, Megan helps me out down at Building 9. She's such an asset and just such a hard worker. Megan, you were telling me about the relationship that you have with Armenia Mountain Footwear, where you guys are able to partner together and serve your customers' needs.
Correct.
Can you explain that a little bit?
Sure. Actually, a lot of people are in need for custom lifts, and that's not something that we provide or anything that an insurance would actually pay for. But Jen and Kurt and Jack next door, that's something that they do provide for the community. People will come over here and order some shoes. We'll take the shoes directly over to them, and they'll put the custom lift on whatever the patient needs, whatever size, and then we return it back to the patient.
That's awesome. You guys do a great job. Thank you all so much for being here. Hey everybody, we're here at the clothing store located in downtown Troy.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey Rick, how are you, buddy?
Good. How are you?
We're going to talk to Rick Hoover today. We're going to go over what an amazing store and transformation this has been. Rick, I'm going to go back in history a little bit. I remember as a youngster, we had Wags, Rags, Brewers, we had J.C. Penney's. Then there was a period of time where, you know, the different stores went out of business and J.C. Penney's finally left. And Troy was left with really no clothing store to say.
That's right.
You had a store on the second floor of yours, and you decided to throw some clothes in there, correct?
Yeah, at our hardware store up the street, Charlie, we had an opportunity to bring some clothing lines in because there was no clothing in town, and it was on the second floor, but we kind of outgrew it. This building stood empty. My wife and I decided to purchase it, and we remodeled, and
you did
what it was. And
you did a beautiful job remodeling.
So, but we wanted to have it be fun and clean and just a great atmosphere. And we do have an elevator to help anybody service if they would like to get to the second floor. So,
which is great.
That that works out good that way. So
you hit it out of the park. You've got major brands. You've got Lee, Carhartt, Wrangler, Under Armour, and this is such a great addition to Troy.
We felt confident that if we did this, it would work. We moved down here in 2015, Charlie, so we've been here now a few years, and it's still growing. And a matter of fact, we just had some people in here a few moments ago from over at Shingle House and over in that area, and so it's fun to have people coming to town, because if they're here, we have a lot to offer here in Troy, Charlie.
We do have a lot to offer.
Building 9.
And that brings up a point. When one does good, we all do good.
It's exciting, isn't it?
It is exciting, and that's why we want to promote Troy, Pennsylvania.
So we've been to the clothing store. Now let's come up to our home center, the hardware store, and take a look.
Yeah, and this is an incredible story in itself, Rick, because I remember as a youngster, when I was a little town rat, I would come into your main store, and I got to watch you and your father. You were a youngster as well.
Yeah.
Worked behind that counter. You had this magic ladder that went on rails, and then at some point you were able to acquire the next 2 buildings. This was Ona's.
Right.
This was Brewer's.
Right.
And you did an incredible remodel. What an investment into Troy. And look at all the stuff you have here, from pet supplies to cables for TVs. You have greeting cards, you have candles. This is an amazing asset to Troy, because people can still shop like the old days, when you used to go in, pick it up, feel it, touch it, buy it. You cannot beat the brick and mortar stores that support your communities and invest in the communities. And they provide jobs. Store of 3 wonders?
Store of 3 wonders. You wonder if we have it. We wonder where it is. Everybody wonders how we find it.
It's awesome, and it's just been here such a long time, and you do a great job for the community.
And Charlie, remember, and thanks for coming in today, but we have our other buildings out back, because we are a home center, so we have our power tools, we have our lumber, we have our kitchen and bath design. So in another day, Charlie, when we got more
Plumbing and electrical.
Plumbing and electrical, we got it. But see, we have 7 buildings that we work from here. We have room for an 8th. We can't do building 9 because somebody grabbed that. But,
we talked about that earlier.
But Charlie, we have a home center. Thanks for coming in today. We appreciate it.
You bet, buddy.
All right, thanks.
Thank you everyone for watching this edition of Our Town of Troy. Remember, Troy has become a shopper's destination, and that's what we want to highlight in these videos. And we'll be doing more of these videos in the future, so make sure you watch for them.
Do you need insurance? For new insurance or to replace a policy where you're paying too much, contact us at Wilkinson Dunn Company, the insurance people. Our agents will make sure you have the right coverage for your home or business at the best possible price. With 3 convenient regional locations and over 9 decades of experience, Wilkinson Dunn is an independent agency with the flexibility to shop multiple insurance companies to find the right fit for your specific needs. Experience the Wilkinson Dunn difference. Outstanding full-service agents committed to you and protecting what matters most. Exceptional customer service and the best rates possible from professionals who truly care. Check us out at wilkinsondunn.com. We are the insurance people.
Hey everybody, we have another exciting series coming up. We are going to introduce to you 3 other fabulous stores in this beautiful town of Troy, Pennsylvania. We are filming in the location of what used to be Shook's Barbershop. It was a really cool barbershop, been here for many years, and then as time progressed, it's taken on many other purposes. Hey everybody, let's go check out some awesome stores. Let's go visit the Barnstead Pantry. Hey Roland,
Hey Charlie, how are you?
Great day outside.
No,
Good to
it
see
is.
you.
Good to see you, Charlie. Welcome to Barnstead Pantry.
Thank you, it's wonderful to be here. So we're here at the Barnstead Pantry, which is really a gem of the area. It's a gorgeous store with a lot of unique items. You are going to want to check this out. Roland, can you give us a little history about this store?
Well, sure. The store's been around for a long time. Gladys Aldifer first started the store. And it wasn't the Barnstead Pantry back then, but it was the pantry. And she had it for a number of years, and then it was taken over by Marty and Terry Detweiler. And of course, unfortunately, we lost dear Terry recently. What a great guy he was. And my wife, Mary Beth, used to come in here a lot, and so did I. And one time she said to Marty, you know, if you ever wanted to sell this place, let me know. And so one day she walked in and Marty said, well, we're thinking of selling. Well, my wife dragged me out of retirement, and we bought the place. We opened the doors October 1st, 2018. So we've been in business for 6 years now. The corporate name is Salma Gundy, because my wife's mother owned an antique place. Salma Gundy means a little bit of everything.
Oh my God.
And we operate as Barnstead Pantry, and as you can see, Charlie, we have a little bit of well, not everything, but we have a little bit of a lot of stuff.
I see that. You have sugar-free products, all kinds of different items, cold weather comfort. You have different departments here.
Well, gluten-free down here was a big idea of my wife. She is a nutritionist.
Okay.
We've expanded our gluten-free, we've expanded some of our nutritional items. We've kept a lot of the stuff that folks expect, like the frozen cherries, the frozen blueberries, all of the snacks and breakfast ideas, and coffee. And of course, our baking area is a big area for us. But the number one is that the Spice Hut you see down there. I'd say 25 to 30% of our business comes right out of that little room down there. We also have, I wanted to mention the Maple Hollow products. That is another 15% of our business right there. Scott Pratt from just down the road. He supplies us with maple syrup. Mill Street popcorn, their coffee, their popcorn. If we can get it local, we get it local, and that keeps our price down.
Yeah.
You know?
And it supports local.
Oh,
when you support local, the money stays in, it just gets recirculated.
That's the whole idea. What we have made a decision and a commitment that when our distributors drop the prices to us, we drop the prices to the customer. And that's what I was doing this morning when you came in. I'm doing pricing, and there's about 8 items on there where it's costing me less, so it's going to cost you less.
That's awesome. That's a great business philosophy.
Got to do that.
Yeah. This really is a destination for other people to get great ideas, great products, support local, and it's a win-win for everyone.
Absolutely.
This section here, I got to tell you folks, reminds me of Roots Corner Store, where they had penny candy. Roots Corner Store was located in Canton, Pennsylvania, another beautiful town. And one of my fondest memories, when I was maybe this tall, is my father and sisters and mother, we would all jump in a car, and the first place he'd take us is Roots Corner Store for penny candy, and we would get some candy, and then he would take us for a drive around the country and we'd see different things. So I just wanted to add that. This is a really cool section. Let's go visit Mark's Marketplace. So we're inside Mark's Marketplace, but before we go into Mark's Marketplace further, I want to tell you about the history of this building because it has some sentimental value to me. Many years ago, this was a Edgewood's Dairy. Jim Guston started it, and they bottled milk and sold milk, made ice cream. I worked for Jim. I worked with Bill Stone, Gary Taylor, and a bunch of great people. We would make the ice cream. We would bottle the milk for the schools. And it's just it was a fabulous memory for me back in the 80s. Since then, it's taken on some different transformations. Mark and Reva Shaw purchased it some time ago. They had the Shaw's Furniture Store here for a period of time. And then they had an idea of, why don't we make it a marketplace for other entrepreneurs that wanted to get set up in business and didn't have the means to do everything that it takes to set up a business. They rent a spot, they take turns working. I think it's a hidden shopping place that people should come in and check out. Hey Mark, how are you today?
Charlie, good. How are you?
Awesome.
Good to see you.
What a great store you have here.
Thank you.
This building has been through a lot of transformations, and we are really happy that you and Reva had the foresight to bring this all together. I know it takes a lot of energy.
But we thought Troy could use something like this, and it is just like the furniture store. Troy's amazing. People come out, and a lot of people that come out are in remembrance of the Edgewood when it was here, and they either worked here, knew somebody, family worked here, and a lot of them go way back when there was just a little room out back and had the dairy and stuff. And I always hear the black raspberry ice cream was the best around.
It was very good.
I wish I had.
I made some of that for a while.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you've done a great job here, and we really appreciate you guys being here.
We appreciate being here.
All right. Can you tell me a little bit about how your vendors operate here? What if someone wanted to do something here? What would they do?
They actually come in. We have a contract they sign and stuff, and basically by space, the non-working starter is 2x4 for $50 a month. What that does, they come in, they set up one of the booths. We have 32 vendors here. That is something that they don't have to work. That's why it's called non-working. If they go to the bigger booths, and that's the prices on the different ones, we also do custom, so it'd be a different price. But with that, they work one day, either 8-hour or 6-hour shift during the month to cover, and as part of their contract. So other than that, sometimes they can work extra days, and then we pay them to work that extra day. But with the 32 vendors, we got it covered pretty well.
Oh, this is great.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's go in and check out the Copper Tree gift shop. Hey,
Hi, Charlie.
Shelley, how are you?
Good, Charlie, how are you?
Boy, it's so good to see you today. What a beautiful fall day out there in Troy, Pennsylvania.
Sure is. I've been enjoying it.
Yeah. So we're here at the Copper Tree gift shop. So you guys have quite a little selection of stuff, unique items. Shelley, can you give us a little history on how this got started?
Sure, I'd love to. We actually started in another workshop up top and the Brown House around the corner, and we outgrew our areas, so they built this in 1995.
And this was for the Martha Lloyd School.
Right, for their sheltered workshop.
Okay.
And we worked for Paper Magic and a lot of companies making things for the store, and that has since changed. We're a day program now, but the store benefits our program in a different way.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep, and our ladies enjoy coming in and being part of the community. And
you know, you mentioned something in there that brought back a memory I got to talk about. I wasn't planning on it, but you said Paper Magic.
Yes.
Which was Eureka.
Yes.
Which everybody worked on. They employed hundreds of people, and there's a lot of fond memories. You know, I worked there back in 80 to 82, or I don't know when.
Yes.
But it was a pretty big operation.
I even worked there for a short period and decided that wasn't me. I like to talk too much and visit with people, so
this is perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're really great with the customers in here. They come in. Don't you also offer tutorials or how to do different crafts?
Yes, we've been starting that on our Facebook page, Copper Tree Store, and we want to help people learn new things. We hope to start new classes again. We did that years ago, painting and different classes, and with COVID that kind of changed.
Sure.
So we're hoping to get back in the swing of things and really help the community. And
that's awesome.
Yep.
What's it like working here at the Copper Tree Store?
It's really a perfect job. I get to come in every day and I get hugs from the customers. I have people that stop just to say hello and get a hug. I get hugs out back, and will be 41 years I've worked for Martha Lloyd. 30 years almost in the store, and then I was a house manager before that. And so I just have really enjoyed my time here at Martha Lloyd. It's a perfect job.
That's awesome. So folks, that wraps up our awesome tour of our 3 newest stores that we have featured here in the beautiful town of Troy, Pennsylvania. I wanted to wrap it up in the movie theater lobby. Many years ago, this building served as a theater. It was for the bandbox and for the family theater. Since then, it's taken on several different roles. Right now, people just like to use this area for large gatherings. I would encourage you to visit the town of Troy. It's a beautiful town and has so much to offer. We cannot forget, and there's so many of them I had to list them. We have Good Grief Refillery. We have the clothing store called The Door. We have the Bling Bandit. We have Hoover's Hardware, Do It Center, and Rental Center. We have the clothing store. We have Endless Mountain Brace and Mobility, and we have Armenia Mountain Footwear. And we still have more to go. There's entertainment in Troy. Make sure you go to the Troy Chamber of Commerce Facebook page to check out more items and follow them so you'll get the updates. And don't forget, folks, any trip to Troy for shopping should start or finish with a stop at Stir.
Stop in at Stir for some of the best sips, salads, sandwiches, and more. Wake up with freshly brewed lattes. Savor a delicious buffalo chicken panini. Grab an ice cream after the big game. Or enjoy their signature Stir acai bowl. This trendy cafe brings the big city feel to beautiful Troy, Pennsylvania. Bring your family and friends and make some memories with us at Stir Cafe, Coffee, and Bakery.